Hello everybody, SB Slayer here, and welcome to Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. This is a Dungeons & Dragons game. So, if you don't know Dungeons & Dragons, it's a tabletop RPG, and this is a video game made from it, from one of its campaigns. Now, Dungeons & Dragons is something I've always wanted to play, and I'm going to turn this music down even more, because I feel like I'm being overpowered by it. There we go. Dungeons & Dragons is something that I've always wanted to play. And, yeah, I found this and I was just like, just an old game brought to new graphics and stuff. It actually was rather fun. It doesn't have a multiplayer function, which, like, if I click on this, it still works. There's still servers. There's still plenty of servers. Which is actually kind of cool. In that there are still people you can join and play with. But yeah, we're gonna click single player. And regenerate character. No, we're gonna go tutorial. Gender, press the gender button. To begin creating your character. Oh, it's gonna actually walk me through everything. Okay. So this entire video is probably just gonna be the tutorial. If you don't want to know how this game works while I'm playing it, then I guess skip this video, wait for the next one. There might be more tutorial after this video, but I'm sure the next video will probably be like the full thing. So press gender button to begin creating your character, or press back to return to previous page. If you wish to import a pre-made character, then use the import. No, I don't have any pre-made characters. Well, first off, male or female. Females in the realm can excel at whatever profession they choose, whether wizardry, thievery, or the arts of war. Okay, so there's no like difference in gender. Okay, so logical. Appearance. I don't know who I should go with. There's a lot of characters. Jeez. Still going. I still haven't seen a repeat. There's the repeats. There's a lot of characters. I don't know what I should go with. Custom do. To use custom portrait, place the desired portrait in Documents, Baldur's Gate Enhanced Portrait. You may need to create the portraits folder. The image must be 24-bit BMP format, and the file must be no more than 8 characters long. Oh! Didn't know I could create, you can create, like, custom things. Okay. So I'm guessing that's because Dungeons & Dragons allows you to create your own character. So, like, if you want to create your own aesthetic. I'm gonna go with this guy because he looks kind of like a Greek warrior, and I kind of like that design. I'm guessing I click race next. Okay, so there's humans. Going back. The race of your character will determine what their base abilities can be, as well as assign possible intrinsic talents, such as infrasion, some restrictions in class selection may also apply because game balance dictates that certain races are unsuited for certain professions. Alright, fair. So humans. Humans are predominant race of Faerun. I'm, I'm using what knowledge I have of fantasy words to say that. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, I'm sorry. Faerun or Faerun? One of the two. Humans rule most of the significant empires and kingdoms in the realms. They're the most social and tolerant of races, excepting perhaps the halflings. Humans may advance as any class, and are also the only race that can dual class. Humans may not multi-class. Okay, so the trade-off for being human is that you can't multi-class. Which, if I remember correctly, what Dungeons & Dragons knowledge I have, there's single classes, but you can also do dual classing and multi-class. Which is essentially you have two classes and you're actually really fucking powerful. You can also do like 3 or 4 classes, I think. Elves tend to be shorter and slimmer than humans. Their features are finely chiseled and delicate, and they speak in melodic tones. Elves are looked upon as being frivolous and aloft. They concern themselves with natural beauty, dancing, frolicking, and other similar pursuits. Their humor is clever, as are their songs and poetry. There are 6 racial divisions of elves within the realms: gold elves, moon elves, wild elves, sea elves, dark elves, and winged elves. Winged elves? There's winged elves? That's actually cool. Elves have the following traits: 90% resistance against charm and sleeping magics. That's actually pretty good. Infrasion. Don't know what infrasion does. +1 Deco bonus with bows, short swords, and long swords. I'm guessing that's an attack bonus. 5% open lock. -5% open locks. +5% pickpockets. +5% move silently. +10% hide in shadows. +1 dexterity, -1 constitution. Alright, so they're weaker on the health side, but they're more like stealthy. That's what I'm picking up here. Also, they're apparently rather bad at lockpicking. Half-elves. Half-elves are a mix of human and elven blood. They are handsome folk who, with good features from each of their parents' races. A half-elf has curiosity, inventiveness, and ambition of their human ancestors, and their fine senses, love of nature, and artistic tastes of their elven ancestors. Half-elves have the following traits: 30% resistance against charm and sleep magics, infrasion, +10% pickpockets, and +5% hide in shadows. So we also have dwarves, halflings, gnomes, and half-orc. Fuck's half-orc do? Gnomes, kin to dwarves. Gnomes are noticeably smaller. Yeah, so these guys just have like +2 saving throws. They're better than nerfs, guys. So yeah, +2 saving throws versus Rod. staff, wand, and versus spell and additional bonuses added on Constitution. Infrasion. Good at lockpicking, unlike the elves. Good at finding traps. Ooh, I might actually be a gnome. I kind of like these stats. Good at opening locks and good at finding traps. That sounds rather good. Also, I like sneak attacking things. Ooh. Or it might be halfling. No, gnome is still better at the finding traps thing. Which I feel like it's gonna be a big thing. Ooh, but they're better at hiding in shadows. And they're weaker. I don't know what to be. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to pick a sub-race if I pick anything other than human. Three racial divisions of halflings. The Harefoot, Tall Fellow, and Stout. Shield Dwarves, Gold Dwarves, Wild Dwarves, and Duraga. I think we're gonna be a gnome. I like these stat bonuses. Also, I'm not gonna use magic much, so I don't think wisdom is gonna. I don't know. I just don't particularly vibe with magic in most games. Class. A character class is a profession. Hold on. If I... God, I can't go back and pick human. I was gonna say, what... Is there, like, a restriction on gnomes or no? A character class is like a profession or a career. It is what your character has worked and trained at during his younger years. Each class has different special powers and abilities that are available only to that class. So we have fighter, which I'm honestly probably gonna be. Fighter is a champion, swordsman, soldier, and brawler who lives or dies by his knowledge of weapons and tactics. Fighters can be found at the front of any battle consisting toe-to-toe with monsters and villains. A good fighter needs to be strong and healthy if he hopes to survive. So, may wear helmets, may wear any armor, and use any weapon. May achieve Grand Mastery, 5 slots, with any weapon class. May achieve Specialization, 2 slots, in any fighting style, and allocate 3 slots in two weapon styles. Oh. Hit die D10. Prime requisites for dual classing strength. Okay. So I'm gonna try to make a really strong gnome, probably. So illusionist, it's a mage. Thief. I hate the restrictions in armor. I don't know, I just feel better wearing, like, thicker armor when it comes to characters. Fighter illusionist, fighter clerk, fighter thief. This character can use the abilities of the fighter and the thief, though they cannot use their thieving skills while wearing more than studded leather armor. They may specialize in, but not master, any weapon they can use. Ah. Alright, so the trade-off for dual classing is you can't master the weapons. Wait, what? Gnomes can choose this multi-class, but become fighter illusionists by default. Gnomes are the only race that can combine a specialized a specialist mage class in a multi-class. Alright, alright. Oh. So gnomes are just good with, like, magic shit. Alright. So combining certain things with magic, so that's their thing. In that case, I'll be a fighter mage. Yeah, I'm gonna be a fighter mage, because if I can specialize in most weapons, because, frankly, I'm gonna just mainly be using swords anyway. I feel like that's gonna be my fighting style. Unless I find something bigger and better that does a hell of a lot more damage and has pretty good accuracy. Fighter illusionist. Alignment. You were to choose your alignment. Your alignment will determine how your character should interact with his environment. Read over each carefully before choosing. If you stray severely from your alignment during the course of the game, there will be consequences. Oh. So that's how that works. Okay, so alignments are actually, like, a thing that if you stray away from, you're fucked. It's chaotic good. Chaotic good characters are strong individualists marked by the streak of kindness and benevolence. They believe in all the virtues of goodness and right, but they have little use for laws and regulations. They have no use for people who try to push folk around and tell them what to do. This is me. Their actions are guided by their own moral compasses that, although good, might not always be in perfect agreement with the rest of society. A brave frontiersman forever moving on as settlers follow in his wake is an example of a chaotic good character. We have some neutral good, lawful neutral, true neutral, chaotic neutral, lawful evil, neutral evil, chaotic evil. So I'm gonna go with chaotic good. Abilities. Alright. These are the basic statistics that make up your character. Minimums and maximums vary somewhat according to the class and race prerequisites. Alright, alright. First off, we're gonna put one in, at least a few in strength. I don't know how many skill points I have. We're gonna put one in dex. One in. I'm pushing the wrong button. My bad. Oh, no, I can't add anything. Alright. Strength. Measures the character's muscle, endurance, and stamina. I feel like I want more in strength. Or more in constitution. I have shitty charisma. That's just me in general. Oh, my total roll was like 81. What the hell are these stats? Hold on a minute. Why is my total roll 81, but the freaking... What? Wait a minute. What are these stats? No, I'm gonna re-roll. I got a 78 that time. That looks even worse. I'm just gonna re-roll a bunch. Okay, that's better, constitution-wise, and strength-wise is equal, so... Jesus, my wisdom. What does wisdom do for me, anyway? Measure the character's enlightenment, judgment, and common sense. It is the prime requisite for priests. I'm not a priest, I'm a mage, so wisdom does not matter too much to me. We're gonna bump my strength up 1. And intelligence measures a character's memory, reasoning, and learning ability. Okay, so wisdom is the thing that I actually need. So that 10 is good. This is that. I'll deal with the 6. I'll find a way to deal with it. Store. I'm gonna store that just in case. Skills. Oh geez, character generation. What? You have been given proficiencies to start your character with. These represent the abilities to effectively use weapons. You may choose from any of the selectable proficiencies available to your character class. If your character is a fighter, he will be able to choose the same proficiency up to 5 times, as will grant him additional levels of specialization. With the weapon listed, keep in mind that the character can use any weapon available to his race and class, whether he has proficiency with it or not. However, if he attacks using a weapon that he is not proficient with, he suffers a penalty to his attack roll. Alright. Proficiency slot table. The character can use this weapon with no penalties. Specialization slot 2. 2 slots. The character receives +1 hit, +2 to damage. Alright. First off, I have 4 proficiency slots. So first, the ability to use a bastard sword sounds pretty good. The ability to use the long sword also. A katana. And an axe, in case I wind up using one. Jesus Christ. Mage book, level 1. Alright, so here's the magic. You may choose 3 spells to put in your spell book. These will be the spells that your character currently has knowledge of at the beginning of the game. Specialist mage spells that belong to their school have a green outline on them. You must pick one of these spells before continuing on. Well, apparently blindness. Reflected image and spook. What's a reflected image? Upon casting the spell, the wizard creates one image of himself at will, traveling alongside him. The image will perform all the actions that the wizard does, so that if any enemies are trying to attack the wizard, they will not know which one is real. There's a 50% chance that the attacker will attack the image, and a 50% chance that he will attack the caster. The image will disappear with a successful dispel magic when attacked, or when the spell's duration expires. Oh, we're learning that. We're learning that. That is being learned. That gives me a tactical advantage. That's staying. Find familiar. Conjure / summoning. This spell enables the caster to attempt to summon a familiar to act as his aid. This companion, familiars are typically small creatures. A creature acting as a familiar can benefit a wizard, conveying its sensory powers to its master, conversing with him, and serving as a guard / scout / spy as well. A wizard can have only one familiar at a time, and he has no control over what sort of creature answers his summoning, if any comes at all. The spell may only be cast by the protagonist. Oh. So me. The creature is always more intelligent than others of its type. Typically by 2 or 3 intelligence points. And it's bound with the wizard confers upon the exceptionally long life. The wizard has an empathic link with the familiar and can issue to mental commands. The caster receives half the familiar's total hit points, rounded down, as bonus hit points. However, the caster must take care and treat his familiar well, for if the familiar should die, the caster loses the bonus hit points, and the familiar's hit points again as damage. Also, when a familiar dies, the caster loses 1 point of constitution permanently. Oh shit. Well, shit. Pseudo dragon. Wait, what? You can get a dragon if you're just lawful good or neutral good? What's chaotic evil get? Or chaotic good? Fairy dragon! I like that! Wait, can we learn this? I can't learn this? I want a familiar, though. I have no spells remaining. Wait, what? I want to learn these. Aw. Memorize mage spells. You can memorize 2 spells from the above list. Choose which spells your character will have memorized at the beginning of the game. Reflect image. And what's spook do? Enables the wizard to play upon natural fears and cause a target creature to perceive the caster as someone or something inimical, which then appears to advance upon. So essentially makes them see fear. Alright, I'll do that. Fuck with my opponent's head? Why the hell not? Character colors. Alright. So we can just go with brown hair. Like white ass skin. That actually looks kind of cool right there. I might just leave it there. Let me see what the other colors are. Ooh, I like that. I like that look. Yeah, there we go. Sound.
Get over here.
Let's give them a right thrashing.
Feel my power. Get over here.
You got this coming!
For justice. Follow me, and we will surely be victorious.
Is that guy from Mickey Mouse? Fuck. Pete. It's Pete from freaking.
Being a hero is hard work. Time to rest.
I'm doing that one. Not the. I'm being Pete from Kingdom Hearts. Holy shit. This character's name is now Pete. This is now Pete, guys. There, Pete. This is Pete. Yes, this is Pete, the fighter illusionist. Chaotic good. Yes, this is. This is my. This is. I can create a party. Accept, I guess. Difficulty. Story mode. The party gains all benefits of easy difficulty, and they cannot die in combat. I do not want that. I'm not sure which one I want. Easy. The party gains +6 to luck. Enemies are fewer. Use only their weakest spells and items and deal 50% damage. Party members cannot permanently die. Hit points rolls are maximized, and spells can be copied into spellbooks without failure. Core rules. This setting is aimed at veteran players who are well versed in AD&D. AD&D. I'm guessing actual D&D. Mechanics. Enemies deal full damage and employ advanced combat tactics. Slightly stronger enemy types appear, and enemy groups are more varied. Legacy of Bahal. Jesus Christ. This one just sounds. Legacy of Bahal can only be selected at the start of the game, and once selected, cannot be changed. Oh god, that sounds like death. Enemies are. Oh god, these difficulties. Jesus Christ. Part of me wants, since this is my first time playing, I kind of want to go for story mode, but also I don't want to make it like too easy on myself. I don't know how this game is played. This should still be the tutorial, so I'm gonna go with story mode. I think this is still gonna be the tutorial. If it's the full game, I'm sure I can change difficulty mid-game.